BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wildcard Sunday, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wildcard Weekend here on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Ready.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now here's Young. Here's a diving catch right side. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. Hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They go play action. Young going for it all. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go.
3rd and 8.
Striker, 3-3. Zero green. Ready.
Young. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. On 1st down, Rich, throw out wide to Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. first play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Operating from the gun, Rich. And that's going to be caught downfield by Pham. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on 3rd and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. Here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Young. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed,
They want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Young now from the 50. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Past the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
As my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Young now. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rich. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Rich going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the run game established. It was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on them to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. They rips off a nice run there.
1st and 10, Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Strike, 97. Black shot. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. Steps away. And he's got it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Sanders going to be stopped before he can get moving forward, as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Okay, ready?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Right.
To throw, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Red, cycle.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And they're on the 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to Walker on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Rich. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Young will set to throw. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. On the move past the 40. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Rich. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Here is Young. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The C's parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one he'll think about for the next month.
Young, he's going to change it up. This time they stay on the ground. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground.
on 1st and 10, Young. That's going to be caught. It's Chanel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Keep it up. Don't let him rest.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, red, green jack.
All right, offense, let's go.
Smash, red.
Now Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
He completes this to Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because They have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Rich. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down. Rich. He finds Smith and Jigba. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Derek Brown able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory first. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. And they had just picked it off to get the... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
All right, offense. Keep pushing the ball down the field.
Young back near the goal line. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Give to Walker on the read option. A beautiful fake. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Walker once more. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll go again with Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Throwing, Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to find their way, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready, go.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
17. Right, right.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On the double.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Red, cycle.
On 3rd down, Castle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. It's Joseph. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Red, yellow. Ready.
Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Ready, break. Ready.
And they take a knee.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.